This is expensive work, you mobilized.
Everybody gets paid time and a half.
Right,
if it's
so
holiday, they get double time.
What's this going to look like for ratepayers? What's the process? What can we expect?
Right. So the process is right now we're actually collecting for Matthew. Seems like a distant memory, right? And so right now there's a charge on the bill of $3, and I think it's 71. Thank you, 36 cents. We adjust it each year down a little bit.
The same for everybody?
That's for the
per 1,000 kilowatt hours, right? And so for these average customers, so 50% of our customers pay that or less. And that actually will continue until March. And we are in the process now of putting in our preliminary estimates for the storm. And part of that is just, we're trying to reach out to all the vendors for how many man hours. Now, just to remind you, so we call that crew from Michigan and they respond. They get in the truck in Michigan and close the door, they're now on my clock. And they are on that clock that FPL is paying until they get back out of that truck back in Michigan where they left from. Unless another utility needs them and we're able to release them. So if this storm actually knocked 1,200,000 plus customers in Atlanta, Georgia, mostly in the Atlanta area, right? So they were trying to get more resources. So some crews eventually went to them, so they might then ship them back to Michigan. But these are, this is going to be, Matthew was 300 and I think $17 million. You might check me on that. I might be dyslexic. It might be 371, but I think it's 317.
Okay.
This storm will be significantly more than that. Right, now what we'll do is we'll go to the commission, and there's a process under our settlement agreement that we will recover rates, whatever the costs are. We make no profit on this. This is just a function of recouping the costs. And what we do is we go to the commission, they review it, they approve it, make sure we'll have a full hearing if they want it to go through all of the expenses. My goal is to work with the commission and with J.R. Kelly and Public Counsel and others to look at how do we do this in a way that provides the least kind of rate shock for customers. Look, I'm a believer that we should have a bigger reserve for these type of events. There's a $113 million storm reserve, which when you look at it from an actuarial standpoint is woefully inadequate. We've talked about this numerous years, for a decade now during each rate case. There just hasn't been a desire by others to approve a charge of 50 cents a month or whatever it is, and it going into a savings account, a reserve account. I'm not looking to make any money on this. This is it's just insurance. There is no private insurance for these type of events. You can't buy insurance for this type of event. So we are effectively self-insured. So the way this works is all these bills that come in, I can't go to Detroit, the utility in Detroit who sends down trucks and say, hey, I'll pay you when the Public Service Commission approves it, and then we collect from customers, and a couple of years from now, I'll write you a check. That doesn't work, right? These folks all want to get paid now. So FPL pays for that. And we go borrow money and write a check and pay it, and then we recoup that over time. And so we basically finance this on behalf of customers.
Are you thinking it could be double what Matthew was?
Oh, it would be more than double.
More than double.
Oh, yeah. I don't know yet. We'll see.
Okay,
Yeah. But